What's up, drumheads? Speaking of drumheads, I just got some new ones. So I figure, while I'm switching them out, I can tell you guys about this curiosity I've been having. Have you ever seen those science experiments where people combine cornstarch and water? It creates this like gooey substance with pretty incredible characteristics. When you handle this stuff slowly, it behaves like a liquid. But if you punch it or apply a quick force, then it suddenly just behaves like a solid. You can essentially walk on it. But what I want to know is, can you play on it? Now, I absolutely love YouTube channels like Vsauce, Veritasium, Smarter Every Day. So rather than combine two things and like bang my sticks on it, I figure we can learn something together. So, what actually is cornstarch, or corn flour here in South Africa? Well, it comes from corn. Basically, it goes through a process called wet milling, where they basically separate the starch from the fiber. I don't know. Anyways, a single grain of cornstarch is about 15 micrometers wide, okay? That's 4 times smaller than the diameter of your hair. So it's like a very fine dust, like on a molecular level. So they often use it as like a non-sticking agent for like latex gloves or non-lubricated condoms. Ow. Now cornstarch is a carbohydrate, like wood, okay? And because these particles are so tiny, it makes this stuff very flammable. Like imagine you have a bunch of sawdust, right? It's probably gonna light easier than trying to light an entire log. But you can't just like make a line of corn flour and then light it on fire like a fuse. It needs to be dispersed within the air. You know those epic colored dust parties? Yeah, cornstarch. Also, yeah, explosions. In 2015 at a party in Bali, the dust ignited, lasting 40 seconds. 40 seconds! That's a hot party. So cornstarch is mostly used in like food as like a thickening agent, you know, for like sauces and puddings, or like chicken nuggets. Cornstarch is what gives those chicken McNuggets that healthy crisp. So when mixed with water, the individual starch granules absorb that water and basically swell up. And this creates this very interesting fluid, solid. People call this stuff Oobleck. And its name comes from a Dr. Seuss book. Now, Oobleck is a non-Newtonian fluid. Non-Newtonian fluid is basically any fluid that doesn't follow Newton's law of viscosity. So water would be an example of a Newtonian fluid. Water behaves the same way when you apply a force to it. Like, if you punch it, it doesn't suddenly turn into syrup. A simple example of a non-Newtonian fluid would be ketchup. When left to sit, it can be thick. But you apply a force to it, and its viscosity changes, and you're suddenly able to pour it, independent of temperature. Now the interesting thing about Oobleck is it has a time-dependent viscosity. So both stress and the rate of that stress affect how this fluid behaves. So if you move through it slowly, it acts like a liquid, but if you punch it, it acts like a solid. So that's what gave me the idea to try and play on it. The only thing I'm concerned about is the surface area of the stick tip. I'm worried that it will puncture the fluid. You know, you slap your hand on water, you feel the resistance, but you play drums on water, that just goes through like butter. My hypothesis is that I definitely will be able to play on it. I think this fluid is pretty resistant to like quick forces like that. And I would have to say that my double stroke roll is probably one of the quickest forces in the game. So, what do you think's gonna happen? Leave it in the comments. Alrighty. Here we go. I'm just gonna clump it on there. Damn, Brandon, you're ruining that epic Zymox practice pad. I can already feel the comments burning my soul. This is pretty great, though. Oh, whoop. I bet your reflex pad can't do that. This is just epic, you know? Who wouldn't want to try this right now? Oh, are you ready? Here we go. Dude, this is incredible. No joke. Anybody can have like the dopest practice pad at home. I'm not even joking right now. I'm kind of flipping out because of how amazing this works. What? This is pretty crazy. I knew it would work, but I didn't know it would work that well. I would recommend this to people. I'll try and film it on high speed so you can see, but it's almost as if when you play, it makes these little dimples. My wife just got home. She didn't think it was gonna work. I'm gonna show her. Please? What do you think? What do you think's gonna happen?
It's gonna sink in.
Okay, go for it. Give it a good strike. How sick is it? I'm very surprised at how well the balance is. I would say it has the consistency of like rubber. And it's dirt cheap too. Buy a bag of this stuff for like $3, combine it with water, you get yourself a practice pad. It's an interesting rebound. Bit of a stick too. If you wait too long, then it'll take your stick with it. So it's only for fast people. My rudiments suck. So for everyone who skipped the science in the video, I'm gonna trap you here again. I'm gonna play some rudiments while reading off some facts about corn flour. In 1844, the United States business Colgate was said to be the first to produce cornstarch. Cornstarch can effectively be used to remove grease and stains from carpets. Cornstarch is 100% carbohydrates and contains no protein, so it's gluten-free. Sprinkle your feet with cornstarch to keep them dry. Prevents athlete's foot. Or you could wear socks. Bug bites? Apply Oobleck. Keeps the skin dry and prevents itchiness. That's hard. Well, that's gonna be it for me today, guys. This is pretty sick, and I actually learned a lot about cornstarch. You can buy it at any grocery store, so if you guys want to try this out at home, then you can totally do that. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you guys liked the video, check out my Patreon. Click over here to subscribe, I think. Here to watch my videos. I forget which side it's on. This stuff's pretty cool. And no, I'm not gonna film my snare drum with it.